Hi, welcome to our first podcast here at Penny Baker TV. Today we're sitting with Jessie Jennings from the Plymouth Recycling Center, and we're going to talk a little trash. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Julie.
There was an article in the Concord Monitor in 2018 about a huge increase in the cost of getting rid of single-stream recycled materials. Should we still recycle paper?
Yes, we should. It's easy to recycle. Granted, even if it costs local government a little bit of money just to recycle it and get it shipped out to a pulping factory, it is more cost effective doing it that way than actually putting it in landfill. And that's what a lot of local governments are doing currently.
And so we don't have single stream here in Plymouth.
No, we don't.
What are the differences?
So we sort out a lot of our materials that comes, all the different types of waste that come into the transfer station. All different types of plastics, papers, even paper can be sorted down and broken down to its individual classes as newspaper, office paper, and then just regular paper from magazines or news inserts or newspaper inserts. And cardboard. Cardboard is a big money maker worldwide. Look at Amazon. Amazon is leading the market with shipping. So they need more cardboard. Well, if townspeople brings us that cardboard, and as long as it's clean, we can bale it up, ship it out, and we can get some revenues back to the town for recycling those things. And it's just better for the environment.
There's no doubt it's the best for the environment. How clean does paper have to be?
They could. Everybody's like, oh, do they have to have? Can they have staples in it? Yes, they can have staples in it. Paper it gets pulverized. It becomes pulp again, and then they run it through machines to make new paper. The only caveat I would say to that is if, and same with pizza boxes, they can't have any food material or large amounts of grease.
A little bit of grease is okay?
A little bit of grease is okay. But if it's really, really bad, no, we don't want that. But there's two sides to a pizza box, right? The top and the bottom. So you can always rip the top off and recycle it. The bottom piece you can throw away. And it's, at least you're doing something. It's better than nothing. But recyclables need to be clean. They can't have large amounts of residue from whatever it was.
So we're talking glass and plastic containers. They have to be pretty clean.
Yes.
It costs Franklin $68 a ton for trash recycling, but $129 a ton for mixed recycling. So talk to me about the difference.
Okay. So here in Plymouth, we sort all recyclables. Okay. Now there are single stream. Single stream is easier on operations. So you don't have to pay people to sort out recyclables. It goes into one container, and it's really easy. So it's a cost savings on the facility if you do it this way. As far as you don't have to hire somebody to actually sort it, bale it. It just goes in one container and it gets picked up. So
it's market ready.
No, not even close.
Okay.
No, it's not market ready. So you have this big container of mixed recyclables. Then it goes to a material resource facility where they will offload all this mixed recyclables, and then they sort it. And depending on what type of technology they have, how many personnel they have to sort these recyclables, these materials can get very heavily contaminated. And this is the reason why China doesn't want our recyclables anymore, is because they were so heavily contaminated. So they were finding that some of the material was anywhere between 40 to 60% contamination. So that means they had a lot of trash in them. Well, what are they going to do with our trash? They're just going to put it somewhere, right? Just like how we would do it. And that's the issue. They don't want our trash. Like, why would you want anybody else's trash? I mean, I don't want my neighbor's trash. Nope. So,
Right. Can't
so
say that. And so, just to clarify, you're talking about single stream.
single stream.
Right. Here in Plymouth, we go through the extra mile, or you go through the extra mile of getting it separated,
And
so it's not For instance, I read that the glass, if you have a single stream and you've got glass going in, possibly breaking, mixing up and contaminating a lot.
So, even cardboard. Cardboard can't have debris in it. So we're talking about packing materials. Can't have it. Whether it's shrink wrap, packing peanuts, or the sheets of air-filled balloons. I wouldn't want to say balloons, but you know what I'm getting. The cushions, the air-filled cushions. You can't have those things in those. Now you take glass and you crush it into that cardboard. Now it goes through all the machines, starts wearing out the machines. So the receiving facility that actually recycles, makes it back into pulp.
Okay.
They can reject it, and now you absolutely did a lot of work for nothing. And then it goes back on to the local government or that facility to pay for the cost. And my employees, they work really hard. They really do. But most of the work is done by the local population. We give the local population some education on how to sort. And we have signs up there that are clearly marked. This goes here, this goes there. Please don't mix. Please rinse out any food debris or any type of liquids that are in plastic containers. We give them a quick education on what we would like, so that way it's easier on my employees.
For instance, back to that, so plastics, this is probably a common question, which cannot be recycled?
As of right now, it's a really loaded question, because it's all about technologies and who is willing to go forward. So, as of right now, I believe number 3, which is polyvinyl chloride, which is PVC. They're PVC piping. That's
PVC.
Everybody who knows what PVC piping is. Majority of that is not recyclable, and that I know of. I do a lot of research online, and I have not found anybody that has come up with some sort of technology or method to recycle it. Styrofoam, that's number 6. So it's that's another one that's very difficult to recycle. How do and within number six plastic, there's different types of number six plastic. So everybody has probably had a styrofoam cup or styrofoam peanuts. So that's expanded styrofoam. That's it. So they blow air into the plastic and it expands. Now, a lot of your solo cups that you can find out at any store. So I'm just going to use that for example. Is number six plastic? It just hasn't been expanded, and a lot of times there are some plastics that just aren't marked. So like,
So you cannot recycle a solo cup.
no, not as of right now.
It's number six.
Right,
Okay.
and straws.
Straws.
You can't recycle straws
Unless they're compostable,
unless you're compostable.
but they look like plastic straws. So.
I mean, it. But the thing about that is that they will biodegrade in a landfill.
The compostable ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, so it helps. Whereas you take a single straw, you're talking years for it to finally just go away, and not to mention that all the chemicals that it took to make that one straw is now going somewhere. Where is it going? Don't know.
I do know the compostable straws are readily available. They're in the basket. So, batteries and electronics, what happens to them?
So batteries and electronics. As of right now, so the state of New Hampshire says we can actually throw away alkaline batteries.
What do you say?
Well, it's a common practice at the recycling center.
And by alkaline batteries, do you mean the little ones, the round ones?
No. So these are your pretty much your off the shelf, like your most common double A's or triple A's, C or D batteries. A lot of them will tell you that they are alkaline batteries. Now, any other type, you need to sort and manage them properly by giving them to a facility that actually disposes of them correctly.
Mm-hmm. Like your button batteries, lithium.
So your button batteries is a really big one. Your lithium batteries is another. So anything other than alkaline, they need to be managed properly, so that way they don't contaminate anything, including landfills.
So where do they go though? Once, say, it turns them
Mm-hmm.
what becomes of them? Where do they go?
So what we do is, let's say you take a rechargeable battery, where it's either whatever the chemical makeup is. You can send them to. There are several facilities out there that will take the batteries apart and extract what's in it, and they can actually make new batteries out of them. So they can actually recycle old batteries to make new batteries. So it's a cost. It's going to be a cost on the consumer, but it doesn't deplete our natural resources, and which are limited.
Wonderful. And like all the old computers, desktops, and
Right. So electronics. Electronics is, in the past decade, has been a really hot topic. What do you do with your TVs? What do you do with your old computer? A lot of people don't know that a lot of those things have valuable metals in them. And when I mean valuable, they're rare. They're rare earth metals. And we only have so much of it in the earth. So people have decided that came up with a great idea. Why aren't we recycling these? I was like, this is a great idea. It's like, because there's only so much of it, and once it's gone, it's gone. So, but there's actually very numerous people that actually do this for a living. They will come pick up your electronics, take and break them down. So it could be a whole laptop, a whole computer, a whole TV, and they are certified on breaking these electronics down and disposing those things properly, and salvaging what can still be used.
Great. And so obviously you said the rare earth metals. There's gold in the computers, and I think silver, copper, things like that. What do they do? But mostly it's like plastic, right?
A lot of it is plastic.
So, and then does
Now,
that get recycled at all?
Yeah, actually they do. They'll have a machine that will chip up those old computer plastic parts. Obviously, like a computer tower. A lot of it's metal. A lot of it's low grade metal. But 9 times out of 10, there's a plastic shell over the frame, and they can put it in a grinder and chip up all those shells, and they'll bag it up, put it in a box, and ship it to a plastic facility that will melt them back down, and either or make a new shell out of it, or make something else out of it. And it's a good business relationship for the economy to be able to, okay, we're going to dispose of this, but you can reuse it. I forget there was a major company that is actually pushing for other companies to do this. So it may be Dell that is actually is really big advocate of taking old computers and making new computers out of the old parts. I can tell you that recycling, it starts at the consumer. We need to get in the mindset of not buying so much, or not throwing away so much that actually could be reused for something else. The recycling triangle. Reduce, reuse, recycle, and recycle is the most expensive out of it, because it always costs money. No matter what, it will always cost money for somebody. But if you can find a new purpose for an item, right? Instead of buying a new one or buying a lot of them, because all that means is the more you buy, the more that they're gonna make, and so that means the more material that company's going to need. Statistically, we in the United States, we are in the mid 30% of all what we recycle. So, whereas Germany, granted, Germany is a smaller country than us, they are actually pushing 60%. 60% of their waste that can be recycled is being recycled.
I can confirm that, because I just came back from Germany, and they don't even put their trash, it seems, in the trash bag a lot of times.
They do a lot of food waste diversion too,
Yes, that as well.
and that's a great idea.
In fact, it's hard to find places to actually throw out trash, like regular trash. But like we do here in Plymouth, they separate out, each color of glass has its own big container.
Yes.
So they even require people to separate colors of glass, which you do as well.
That's what we do.
And which seems like just so much more of a cost-effective and profitable way of dealing with the trash than these single streams.
Yeah, I mean, even dual stream, where
What would that be?
so dual stream, what that is you're gonna recycle certain materials in one canister, and in the other canister you'll recycle another material that you don't want mixing.
Okay.
So you don't, let's say you're not going to put glass in with plastics or cardboard or paper, because glass can easily break, and then it definitely would contaminate a lot of those materials. So that's why, dual sourcing is better than single, absolutely. I just think that we can still do better.
How so? Like,
Well, it's just educating the public.
right.
You educate the public and be like, this is the reason why we do this.
Right. So
It's-
don't give up on, recycling the paper. It
Right.
still can be sold and people still want it.
Right.
Will use it.
Don't, yeah. Now, there's a market for that I will only buy recycled paper. There's a market for that. Companies do that. It's like, I want 100% paper, recycled paper. The reason why is because I know that what I'm generating is being recycled and it's going back into the system. I'm not cutting down trees to make new paper. It's all about natural. It's about saving our natural resources, and will it cost money? Absolutely, everything costs money. But in the long run, our future generations will be able to appreciate what we've done.
Well, it costs less. People go through this effort of separating everything out. It is time consuming, but it's a cost
And
savings.
the thing is, it's just a little bit of work. It really is. It's just a little bit of work. Maybe 30 minutes out of your week to come to the transfer station, separate everything out, and then go home.
I don't think we talked about aluminum cans, Jesse. Any updates on that?
So
What happens with that?
the aluminum cans, those are so easy to recycle. They're even aluminum cans, steel cans. So let's say you have a can of pasta sauce. Those are some of the most easiest things to recycle. And all we ask is just rinse them out. Make sure all the liquids are out, all food debris are out, and so at the Plymouth transfer station, we have aluminum cans, aluminum foil, and steel cans. They all go in one area, and then we separate them out through machinery. I have a sorter that has a big magnet. Obviously, the steel cans will stick onto the magnet, and all the aluminum cans will fall off to a different container. And it's easy. There's no reason why you should not. Just put it in a container and bring it to the transfer station and just drop it off.
How have prices been on aluminum and steel?
Well, aluminum has dropped down quite a bit in the last year. For what reason, I don't know. But it's the markets. Everything is based on the markets. Where I know as one company, they make aluminum engine parts or vehicle parts, and mostly a lot of it's like aluminum engine. And with technology advancing, with smart cars, they don't need an engine. It's all based off of electric power. So an aluminum motor is not needed anymore. Now they're thinking, well, what are we going to do? How are we going to survive this? So it's coming. We are going to go away from fossil fueled engines. We will, and like a Tesla car. Tesla car is just, it's all batteries. There's nothing else. So you don't you're using a lot of materials to make an aluminum engine. Well, you don't need it. So now they have to come up with an idea of what are we going to do. So they're going to have to move into a different sector.
Drink less soda. I don't know. Okay, well, thanks very much for coming on. And
I appreciate it,
sharing
Julie.
information with us.
No, it was actually fun trying to get this information out.
It is. It's great. Thanks for coming on.
All right, thanks.